Our approach is really about just providing really amazing, high nutritional, high vibrational foods with the best ingredients we can find that people can add into whatever else they're already eating.
And then they can see them for themselves what a difference.
Yeah, and actually just by adding good stuff in, like adding a good smoothie in every day, or having one of our raw pizzas once a week, or having a green juice every couple of days, people can really quickly just actually feel the benefits. And once people feel the benefits themselves, then they're off on their own path. And also the great thing about the pizza is that it's quite a fiddly thing to put together. So most people who are trying to eat this way at home tend to not really bother making them, because we sprout the buckwheat for the base. That takes 3 days, and you've got to process it, make the base, then it has to dehydrate for another 24 hours. There's quite a lot of timing involved.
I mean, it takes a week to make.
Yeah, it takes kind of like a week. So this is a real slow food.
Labour of love.
But we do give people the opportunity to order only 1 day before. They don't have to order a full week in advance.
So it's a good healthy treat that people can treat themselves to.
Absolutely.
And the great thing about it is for us as well, because the toppings can infinitely change, we can these pizzas basically just roll with the seasons. So at the moment we're just coming out of asparagus season, so this week we had a marinated asparagus topping on. Pestos are really in at the moment because we've got loads of beautiful organic basil coming out of the organic farms down in Philippines. So we bind a sack loads of that every week. We process that with a beautiful extra virgin cold pressed organic olive oil from Foxenberg Farm, and we just make the most amazing pesto. And people just say, how do you get this pesto so amazing? And we say, well, you know what, it's just such a simple recipe, but everything's fresh, everything's organic, it's the best ingredients we can find, and we made it yesterday. And that's what goes on the pizzas. That's how we try and approach all of our toppings. And we did a course, well, Natalie actually did the first course. You actually concerned from more like a sort of a health point of view around like what you were eating, weren't you? And you actually did the very first raw food course with Peter and Baron Daniel in Cape Town from Soaring Free Superfoods, and which is about 3 or 4 years ago now. And I quickly followed on Natalie's heels and did the course after that because I got quite inspired by it. And we really embraced this idea from there of really trying to include a lot more raw foods and organic foods into our diet. And quite quickly, after sort of following this for a while, we really found that our energy increased, and we were just feeling better and healthier. We weren't getting colds in winter. And so quite quickly we were really encouraged to just do a lot more of this.
So can you tell us just really briefly why raw food supports your immune system the way it does?
Well, basically when you take any food and it's cooked, even if you sort of just lightly steam something, there's nothing really wrong with that, but you do destroy around about 80% of the vitamins and most of the enzymes. Enzymes are pretty well all destroyed over about 40 degrees. And there's a whole new appreciation within science, and particularly within microbiology, around what an important role those kind of nutrients actually play within the body, particularly enzymes, which have been very underestimated for many, many years. In a world where people are suffering from so much disease and so many sort of immune-related disorders, and just generally lots of colds and flus and not enough energy, actually just to increase your nutritional input really drastically just makes a profound difference to the way in which the body operates. When the body has the correct building blocks and the right nutrients coming in, it just operates much, much more optimally. I mean, particularly with our fresh suppliers, we try and for us, it's about actually having relationships with those farmers. So we buy from Drift Farm out in Napier, and we buy a guy Jason there, and we buy from Sky Folman down in Naturally Organic down at Philippi, and we've been out to these farms, we go there, and we sort of have a relationship with these people. So it's coming to a point now where they'll start to ask us, well, what do you need and how much do you need, and this is what we've got coming up in the next month. And that's for us really part of the fun of this whole journey, is actually building up those relationships with those suppliers. It's actually about networking and also getting to know our customers, getting to know the people that eat the pizzas, asking them for feedback, what do they think.
There's nothing bland or flat or one-dimensional about this particular food, it's incredible. The whole thing is an explosion of flavors in the mouth, and that was the one thing that we really found when we started preparing raw food, is you don't really have to do too much to an incredible tomato. Just throw in a pinch of salt and some pepper and add some really good quality olive oil, and you've got something really special there. You don't need to do much to it.